All right, welcome back to another series. This time we are going to talk about creating a NFT token on the Phantasma blockchain. I have already started creating one, but I'm going to step through this contract process and how the creation process works. So first of all, you're going to look at this keyword token. So you see this keyword token, that means that you're going to create either a token where you could buy the currency exchange, etc., or you want to create an NFT. Now, the limitations of the naming convention of this is from 2 to 5. So we can have 5 right here. I thought it was greater than 2, but let's find out. So it is from 2 to 5. As you seen earlier, I'm just going to just put 4 in there. Once you create your token, the next thing you want to do is have your properties. So these are essential in your token. So you're going to have the property name would be whatever the name can be. So for mine's, SNFT stands for simple NFT. Just if you have Doge token and you have Doge coin would be the name, and Doge would be the token. For the symbol will be the same name as the token. Make sure that you keep that in mind. It's fungible. Now, is fungible will mean is this an NFT or not? If it's fungible is true, that means that it is not an NFT. It's a regular token. So our is fungible is false because this is an NFT that we are going to create. Is finite? Is this finite? Is there a set amount of um, NFTs or coins that we're going to have? The answer is true. Is this burnable? Can we burn this NFT or can you burn this coin? In our case, an NFT, yes, you can burn this. Max supply. If you want an infinite max supply, you will put this at 0 for an infinite, and you will set is finite to false. Um, as for a case for NFT, for an example, if you did want to do that, this is what I would do. Set this to 0. Set this to false. Now you can create an unlimited amount of NFTs, but you have to make sure that your function would be robust enough to handle dynamic NFTs. So let's keep that back to 10 for now. All right, now we want to get to the NFT talk. So once you create all of this, well, let's finish this out. It's transferable. It speaks for itself. Can you transfer this from one wallet to another? That answer is true. Property owner, who owns this? The owner address, we still got to have global. If you remember the last video, global would tell you this is who the owner is globally, allows people to see who the owner is. So you want to set this to whoever the owner is. So next, let's, I know I'm missing something at the moment. Oh yeah, there's also others. The number of decimals and is capped. For NFTs, you do not need is capped in the number of decimals. That's more for tokens. Like Dogecoin, things of that nature. There's no decimals in an NFT. Um, so let's get to it. You're gonna have two things when it comes to Phantasma NFTs that you'll have to create. You'll have to create a struct, a ROM, so the read-only memory, which will stay the same no matter what, and you will have the RAM. So this could be. I'm gonna take off usable for now. Um, let's say your RAM could be, mm, let me think. What would your RAM be? Let's say you have a game and you have a sword. Let's say this is a sword, right? You want to have sharpness. I'm just putting this in here just for sakes. Sharpness. You want to have durability. You want to have durability, which could be a number as well. You could have rarity, and I want to put this as a number. And you could have something like in use or equipped or whatever. You don't actually have to have this, and you could just have this as a bool. So this is what the RAM would be, because all of this would change. Say if you have you're cutting down some monsters, or you in the PvP battle, you slicing somebody up, just for keep everything nice and considerate. You slicing somebody up, the sharpness could go down, the durability could go down, the rarity. Say you on, I used to play Destiny. You go get you one of those exotic engrams. Rarity is exotic. In my opinion, they should have something higher than exotic, like a red emblem, but that's neither here nor there. All right, so now that we have that, I'm going to take all of this off RAM. So once we get to this, and I'll tell you why. So once we get to this, now we have our NFT, our simple NFT ROM. So in order to name this NFT, you will follow this convention. NFT, the naming of whatever the NFT is going to be, you're going to have your ROM, and then you're going to have your RAM. So now you have your, oh, okay, I guess, oh, there we go, there we go. You're going to have your ROM and your RAM. I don't like how that look. You're going to have your ROM and your RAM. So once you put your ROM and your RAM in here, you're going to have to return your ROM name. I'm not sure about the RAM name. I'll try that out real quick. I haven't really delved into RAM too much. I haven't had any projects that delved into RAM. So um, the RAM should be the same thing. So if we return RAM, so in use, we'll just follow the same convention. Let me make sure that's actually a capital. In use, which was a bool, you're going to have return. This should be underscore. Come on. Underscore RAM dot in use, right? So now that we have all of this conventionally laid out, I'm just curious if it would have done anything, but now that we have all of this conventionally named laid out, the next thing we want to do is create our constructor. So the constructor will, as you already know, once you call the contract or deploy the contract, the constructor is automatically called. So the given address, which in our case, when we call this, would be this P2K9, get off of that. That would be our given address. That will call the constructor, that will set the owner to owner, and by proxy of that, will set this property owner to this owner. All right. So once we get that down packed, just for this reason, I just wanted to create a quick series when we got in there. So the create series right here, we'll do, how can I go to this? Create series, and let me just show you this. So let's go here to the site so you can see where you will have to take pieces from. For this one, you'll see the NFTs right here. So NFT create series, create a series of NFTs. Now I'm going to let you know right now. I want to copy this. You will see this right here, the from address. I'll just put it in here too, because some things on the site are not laid out or are not documented. I had to find this. So as you see, the from address is the owner. The symbol string, you can use the macro. Now, if you want to know where am I getting the macro from, is it features? No, 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 no. Default types, available macros. Right here, the symbol of the current token. So you have this create series, the symbol of the current token. Say if you was trying to go into another contract and do that, you would use the symbol of that token if they allowed that, right? You could have a contract that would allow you to mint any kind of NFTs, which now I think about it is not a bad contract. Um, it's actually not a bad contract. I think Ghost Market already have that contract, already have that, so that's fine. Um, owner, this symbol, series ID. The series ID is going to tell you what the series is basically a number, a unique identifier for that NFT. So series ID would be the ID of that series. So if I create uh an amount of swords, let's say I have right here, this is max supply number. Let's say if I have 500 swords. Now keep in mind, if I have 500 swords, this max supply would have to be at least 500. But just for example, I'm going to take this down to 5. The series ID will say, hey, this sword, let's say this name is Excalibur. Excalibur is series ID number 0, and there's only 5 of Excaliburs that can be minted. So I'm going to take that down to 4. This is where you have the max supply, which is how much this can have. This is where things will get a little bit gray area if you catch my drift. Token series dot duplicated. This is the mode. So you're going to have 2. Token series dot duplicated. I'm going to just copy this right now. Or it would be token series dot unique. Right? You will have either token series dot duplicated or token series dot unique. The problem with this, I'm not sure if I believe this is all in the way I had to find this. To be honest, I went through the Phantasma, IO. I just went through. They had some smart contracts up here. I went through here. And I also went through, I think, Phantasma Tomb and Phantasma NG to find out what that enum was to make sure it wasn't just two of those. I believe it's only just two right now, unless they do some updates. It's only two. But yeah, I'm not even sure where that just was at. But anyway, that's how you would find that. You see, I was trying to find token series where it was at. It's either in NG or Tomb. I believe it'll be in Tomb, but I checked Tomb as well. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's just to show you that at times, if you're developing on here, you cannot rely 100% on these documentations, wherever it was at, say for NFT, because it's not completely documented as robust as you would like, right? So that's that. You might have to do a little bit of a research in order to develop on here, but that's what I'm here for to help you out. NFT module. Now this NFT module is the same NFT module that we created up here at Simp. Once we create that series, we'll have to mint this, right? So let's just say we wanted to mint this. We'll have to import two things. First, runtime and NFT. One time I imported runtime is, remember, when you trigger upgrade, you want to, the only person that can upgrade or kill this is whoever owns this contract. Don't ever forget this right here. And I say kill, um, I don't want to say you'll ever want to kill anything, but who knows why you will want to kill. So I'll say leave it in here, but just make sure that this is secure and hardened. Next will be NFT.mint or NFT mint right here. So if I have this, once I call this, anybody can call this just for our sake. NFT.mint. I'm not going to charge you any price or anything for that. To charge this NFT.mint, let's just take this. All right, copy this. All right, I just want to do this just to get this out the way. NFT.mint from address. I guess I could just put it from, just to make it simple. I don't want to actually do all of that, so let me just do. Here we go. From address to address series. I'm just gonna do this, and this isn't right all the way because this is lowercase. All right, so that should be better. From to symbol would be this dot symbol, the same thing. So we're gonna just take this. I'm gonna just use this symbol. ROM is going to be, excuse me, simp ROM, simple NFT ROM. RAM. Say if we didn't want to have any RAM in here, since I am making this a duplicated series. Um, and I'll do this as well. Duplicated series. I don't want any RAM in here, to be honest with you. Um, because that infers that this would be more unique if I add RAM. RAM would be a token series dot unique if I add the RAM on there, right? However, if you do add RAM on here, which means that every token is not the same, or every NFT, my apologies, every NFT is not the same. What you want to do, also what you want to do, is add one more thing. That's what I removed this for. I know you remember that, it said that earlier. Created a timestamp. So you want some kind of timestamp if this is unique. A timestamp would make every single NFT unique to where you can use token series dot unique. Otherwise, if you don't have a timestamp and you don't have RAM, then you should use NFT dot duplicated, which means that every single NFT is the same as the one before it. If you don't want it duplicated, do not, I repeat, do not, if you do not want it duplicated, use timestamp. So I'm going to take timestamp off of here. I'm not going to use RAM right now. Um, and I might show that error later on, but let's just say RAM. There is no RAM, right? Yeah, and I don't actually need in-use property since I'm not using this. So this NFT module doesn't need this right here. And I actually don't need the RAM. I think I'll need that anyway. I could just put nothing in there. I could leave it empty. But for now, I think it might be best just. I wonder if I could leave it empty. Now let's find out while I'm on here right now. Anyway, unknown identifier from. That should be from down here. Huh. Oh yeah. Sorry, I was just showing you all that. Let me remove that. So now we have this series ID, which is what I have right here. So this is all we should need to create an NFT, right? I don't something about this is not correct because I should have to set my info URL and my image URL. So this is what I need to do next. That's right. That's right. That's right. And let me say local ROM is equal to local ROM simp ROM. I believe this is how it goes. Simp ROM is equal to struct struct dot. Let me make sure. You're gonna have to excuse me. It'd be struct dot create or something similar to that. I just want to double check before I actually put that in there. I don't want to give anybody any bad information, especially when it comes to this. All right, so yeah, that is not any create, so it should be struct dot. What is this called? Struct dot struct dot simp rom, I believe. Wait, that's what it'd be. Struct dot simp rom. Now, simp rom would be name. Let's just name this. We could just find any image off of Google real quick. What should we have? Google. What image should we find? I know it's like Art Deviant. Let's go to Art Deviant. Get some nice looking art on here. Something. This is what people might use on here. Oh yeah, we're gonna have an NFT. I like that Bomberman. Right, that looks pretty nice. Oh, the wolf is nice. The wolf is nice. This is pretty decent. This one is decent. This one is decent. All right, let me copy image link. Now I'm just gonna do this right here. So for preferences, you could have all of these put into this just to make it more dynamic, right? You can have name set right here. You can have description, etc. Just to make this dynamic, and you will put simprom. And you have to follow this convention right here. So whatever that be, if name was right here, then name will be right here since name is first in this struct. You can't have description first and name is first right here. That'll cause a conflict. But just for my purposes, um, what I am going to do is I'm going to just name this the Gazer. Mentis Gazer, the Menti. And Menity. I'm not sure if I'm spelling Menity right, but that's why we have Google, so we could correct ourselves. Menity. And I am correct on how I spelled that. The Menity Gazer. I don't even know if that was a Menity if I think about it. All right, description. You don't even need a description. But for my description, one who gazes at the amenity becomes one who gazes at the amenity becomes one with nature itself. Right? Oops. All right, simp rom. Wait a minute. This is the simp rom. What's next? The image, info URL. Yeah, whatever. I don't need nothing for the info URL. For this one, I'm going to paste this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, pimpin'. Oh, it was in between. Okay. All right, this is the image, kind of long, right? And remember, this is just the quick NFT one. There's nothing complicated, right? And then we're going to just mint this NFT mint from address. This is everything that's on it. Let's call this initial mint. Let's call this initial mint. initial mint because I don't need to create this each time, right? I think so. Hmm. I think maybe I'm messing up on something on here. I got the NFT create series. I create the series. I put the simp rhyme in here. But my question is, once I create this series, I'm believing this right here should be up inside of here when I put the rhyme in here. But I need this for the mint. But when I mint this just from my logic wise, NFT.mint, minted NXP from one address to another with a specific ROM, RAM, and series ID. That's to create the series. My only problem is that why would I need to do once I mint this, I shouldn't need a I shouldn't need this. Create the series ID is going to use all of this, right? I believe so. So let me do this. This is initial mint. I'm just gonna say this one. Let's just say the owner can only initial mint this. We'll get an error, so it don't matter. I'm just gonna call this public mint. If you try to mint something that's already duplicated, I believe this should be like this. I'm just gonna call this after mint, right? Or just call it mint or dupe mint, right? I'm just gonna take series ID. Series ID is gonna just get this out the way because I'm not minting anything new. This is gonna create a new token. Token isn't minted yet. This will initially mint the first one will mint everything that you need. You can't mint this twice. How this should work. And if that does have one, that doesn't have one. All right, now let's go ahead and possible library. It's not. It shouldn't be down here. It should be right here. Struct. I just want to double check. Unknown identifier simp rom struct dots. Local rom. Oh, this is the unknown identifier. All right, line 58, right? Yeah. Unknown identifier from 62. Okay. From. Let me just copy this real quick. There we go. From to series ID number. Anything else? Success. All right, now let's see if we can go ahead and mint this. Let me see. So this should be good. SNFT. All right, we're gonna remove this. See, let's go through the motions. Triple NFT. Let me do one thing. I don't actually need this all right here, so I'm gonna do one thing just to make it easier. I already know which ones to pick, but just for simplistic reason, smart contract, NFT, output. I'm gonna delete all of these. Then redo this. All right, now I'm gonna choose the file. I'm gonna have to rename that. There we go. So you should have your NFT name right here, your NFT module name, and your token name. So you're gonna select this right here. Open this, BVM, ABI, NFT, deploy token. Yes. Yes. Let's see if we have any issues with deploying this, and we will debug if necessary. I don't know if it said it was fine, so we shall see. I could just go check the other stuff if needed. Error creating token. 6 seconds ago. So what is this error? Token contracts needs to implement the on mint. Okay. So thank you. Remember to look at Docker when you're doing this so you can see what the issue is. Where did I need to go? Oh yeah, on mint function. So let's go here. Let's go to these triggers on mint. Here we go. There we go. So now we have on mint, maybe on series as well, and maybe on burn. So go ahead and trigger on mint. I'm just gonna. Uh, I don't want the contract owner to do anything for this one. I could do. Yeah, I'll just do this. So whoever calls this on mint function, only person who can run this on mint is whoever calls it on the front. But is that correct? Let me not mess with this, right? I don't want to mess with this at the moment. Say who can call this on mint. I want to say from, and I'll assume that's how the trigger will come to. Let me just do some without looking at. So mint might call from to symbol and token, right? Whatever. So let me just do that. Yeah. I've never used that though, but we'll see. And maybe a burn, maybe on series, trigger on series. So for trigger on series, I just want to leave this blank. We can always change this for later on, but I'm gonna put on upgrade at the top. So trigger on series, then trigger whatever else. All right. Okay. Okay. I think I'll need an on burn on here too. Only person that should be burning this has to be. Can I do that? Oh no, that's right. And there we go. Trigger on burn. The only person that should be burning this is the from. Same thing. Whoever initiates this. I don't have any on burn on here, but just in case. All right. Now let me call this 1013. Perfect. Open that up. Open that up. Deploy token. Yes. All right. Now let's see what we get. Error creating token again. What's the problem this time? 1 second. This can't be it. Token needs to implement the on mint. Next is dot create token. Trigger dot on mint. Did I select the wrong thing? Right here, trigger on mint. Initiate mint, NFT dot mint, T dot mint. Remove that right there, but just real quick, just for future purposes. Nothing should be in there. But what do they mean on mint? On mint is right here. Not sure. There's something I'm missing. But like sometimes this messes up. So let me do this real quick. Let me exit out of this. Just start this up so I don't get rid of that. Let me restart this. Just to make sure, because I know I have the on mint on there. It shouldn't even ask that. So let's find out. Contract manager, local, employee new contract. Let me connect. Um, that's NFT. Oops. That's the newest one, 1014. API, employee token. Yes. I don't even want to just, I hope this don't say the same thing. If it do, I don't know what's going on with it. See, I told you, sometimes it could just be the Phantasma hub, right? So at the moment, this NFT should be created, but Go to contract generator. It's interactor. Golly. Where's my contract? Right here. That's NFT. Let's do initiate mint. From object. Whatever. Copy. I don't even think I use series ID on here, do I? That might be a mistake on my end. Create series. I'm out of. Did I mess up? This is the initial mint. I already created this series right here, but I should have did this initiate mint right here and minted this. So that's a little sloppy on my side, but um let's just do this for this. Then raw trans okay. Then raw transaction. So it should be initiate this mint. Uh all right, token burn. Now let me should give me the first mint. However, remember when you first get on here, you might try to refresh this, you might do whatever else. Hey, why am I not seeing this? Well, sometimes you might have to exit out, you might have to pull it back up, you might have to exit this out. It's a little ghetto, to be honest with you. It's a little ghetto, so you might have to do a little some work when you're testing it out. And I'll show you what I mean while I'm on here too. But I have to wait for my where's the wallet at? Taking a mighty long time for me to pull up this wallet. Not it on any of the other ones. Oh, should be right. Well, while we wait for that wallet to pull up, there's nothing for me to talk about, so we'll just be patient. Okay, now that my wallet is pulled up, get rid of one of these, put this right here. I'm not even sure how I do this on here, but whatever. No zero. Now you see what I have. One simple NFT. So voila, we created an NFT. Now if we try to view this, you will see this right here. The only thing I don't know, now don't correct me, I don't know how to get this right here. This whatever this is. I don't know how to put this on here. So that might be something for another day to figure out how to put this for that. But yes, you did create the NFT. Fortunately, what is contract information? No idea. Oh, 774, maybe 777. Oh, I have to probably go somewhere else. You can't view this right now. You have to probably download some other stuff because this is for dev. So this will more be for testnet if you was trying to view something. Local, I might have to get into that. I haven't done it yet, but now you see what I'm saying. Now let me try to invoke this raw transaction again. Oops. Let me close this. Let me try to send this raw transaction. What the? Let me refresh this. Uh, testnet, no local. Let's go to initiate map again. This should not happen. Or it cannot happen. Just to show you, because there's no what was my code? Um, because you're trying to mint this again. This wouldn't be the problem, but the problem is the ROM. You already have this on here, so what are you doing basically? So let's see. Yeah. All right. Oh, it still happened? Huh. I guess it don't matter. Hmm. What if I go back? That's new. That's news to me. Let me just go here and just do this. So this should work because I'm doing it with token series 0, right? If this don't work, yeah, see. Okay. Okay, okay. Well, so much for 3. Only see 1 and 2. As always. Don't know why I only see that. So you gotta go back and do this again. Just not for you all sake, but for my sake, to make sure that I'm telling you all correctly. Go to node 0, view this. There's only, I don't know. There we go. Now it pops up. Maybe I had to just propagate through the chain. So now we know how to create an NFT. Next video, I will show you how to create a token. So that way you can, I mean, you can add payment and things. We might even just do more for this NFT, like add payment, things of that nature. But for right now, you can create this NFT. Everything is fine, as you can see. A little piece of information from me is that you can still have this local ROM with the image and things of that nature, but you're not going to hard code all of this in here each time, right? So if you're not hard coding this, you can add the same thing, but you can just duplicate it since this is a duplicated series just by using the series ID. Just a heads up. You don't need to do all this once you do initiate mint. You can just duplicate it just by using the series ID. But that's it for the initial mint. For the NFT, now you're free to make an NFT to add whatever logic you need to add to make it robust. Don't forget to check out my GitHub. I'm going to shamelessly plug my GitHub if you want to see. Sorry, wrong people. Um, if you want to see some a little bit more different type of NFTs on here, more robust. This is what I was working on for Sandy. They got hacked, quote unquote. Now you will see more robustness on here, to where you can create an NFT more robust. As you will see, this is just testing stuff, but you can set all of this to whatever else. You don't need any of this. But just in case you want to see a more complicated example, it's not really complicated though, but it's not technically finished because I had to pass it off to another developer because I was needed elsewhere on that project. That's what happened when you're a god. But anyway, thank you all for watching this. And I hope we see some dope NFTs coming from you all in the future when you start developing on the Phantasma blockchain. Take it easy.